All right, I think I'm live. Am I live? Can y'all hear me? I'm trying to make sure that y'all can hear me loud and clear. Please place a 1 in the chat if you can hear me. Hmm. Feels like I'm stalled. Hold on, let me refresh this. Still fresh at this, you guys. All right, looks like everything should be good. Okay, one all. Okay, that's good to see. All right, one's across. Now, look, I'm not here to kill a bunch of your time today. I mostly wanted to dive in. Obviously, we had some stuff to talk about because people kept bringing it up in my comments, talking about Mike. I hope you've seen the PDF files on, Corey Holcomb. And I was sitting here thinking, yeah, I saw the video about Flacco, which is what we're going to go through today. I don't know what you think my thoughts are going to be, but I'm not really sure how I feel about this situation with the PDF files. But I will say that also the lead attorney has responded to Corey Holcomb, and I was going to go through that video as well because the lead attorney showed up with receipts, and it was something that, boy, when Corey should not have called out the lead attorney. Corey hesitated before he did it, and now I understand why he hesitated because, yeah, the lead attorney had the dirt. He had the goods, and unfortunately, Corey got his pants pulled down. So let's see. Is this not playing? Something's not working. Oh, there we go. I think now we're live. Hey, I've tried to implement a few different things into the stream. So let me know what you think about it, you guys. How many people do we have here? I need to look. Right. Nice. Looks like we got about 16 in here, which is really nice. I know this is last second, and I'll schedule my next live stream, by the way. So let me know if you hear anything else on the stream, because look, I'm trying to incorporate some of the stuff that I have in my videos into my live stream as well, just to create the ambiance and make sure that we're all still hearing and feeling the same vibes as you would in more of my other videos. So I'm trying to think. Yeah, we're definitely going to get into the lead attorney's video. I have some other clips because I watched Corey's live stream last night, or at least I listened to a lot of it, and he had a lot to say, and he responded to everybody. One thing I will give Corey respect for only is the fact that he was willing to say it with his chest. Sort of like a lot of people, when they start hiding from allegations and stuff like that, you would like to believe if you were, not guilty, you would say something. And unfortunately, most people don't say shit, it seems like. But Corey did say a lot. I don't know if he should have. And also, it seems that he has basically a hack lawyer, so he could be in trouble. But I really want to go ahead and get started with this video.
What I'm saying, please keep this piece of tape for future references.
Now, this is
I'm telling you now, when they go after me, they get dirt like a
Corey Holcomb's career might be over after these new allegations. They are accusing Corey Holcomb of being a PDF, and the receipts are going mega viral and gaining a lot of steam. It feels like the more these receipts go viral, Corey Holcomb's career might be over, bro. The ending may be near. And the worst part...
Okay, first of all, LTTV pointed this out on his live stream the other night. If y'all know one thing about Flacco over exaggerates everything on earth. Everything is the end of the world. The end. Everybody's in tears in every thumbnail. Like, I've seen the same person in tears at least 15 times on his own thumbnails. I've seen Flacco on his own thumbnails. Career still ain't over. It's still ticking. Hell, he's actually starting to grow, unlike Donovan Sharp's punk ass. But at least Flacco's moving in the right direction. But people like Pearl, people like Donovan, Old Convent boy, I'll tell you, he's been stuck on 170,000 subscribers for at least about a year and a half now.
About it all, this damage is self-inflicted. They're just using Corey's own admissions against him. I don't know what Corey was thinking coming on the podcast and admitting to certain things he admitted to, but now the world is watching.
When I was in Iceland, you don't have to be no 18. I think it was 13, maybe 14.
Yeah.
That's a grunt. The vagina been on this planet 14 years. I've said this before on the show also. Do you know if a woman 16 years old gives you a baby, that is going to be 16, 17, 18, 19. That is going to be one of the healthiest babies possible.
First red flag was Corey Holcomb knowing the age of consent in various countries. Any man, even...
Okay, look. That is a red flag, but it doesn't mean you're actually involved in diddling. It doesn't guarantee that you're actually diddling at that time. It just means you know. Now, if he was a full-blown passport bro, then I would know what's up, because all of them are on the same type of time. I mean, every single one of them, they move the exact same way. All of them really do hunt for the youngest that they can get, because that's all they can get.
Having access to that information makes me feel icky. But yet alone a 60-year-old, that's nasty, bruh. Second red flag was him saying, I've said this before. So this is an opinion that he has really thought about, sat with, and dissected, and he still didn't see anything wrong with him saying this.
Right.
Well, at that age, they've been on the planet long enough. They're in their prime developmental-wise to create a life.
Corey has talked about this at length before, so every word he says is intentional. When he says they are in their prime to conceive, you don't have to ask Corey, who are they conceiving with? Who are they having a baby with? Only grown men are in a position to take care of a family and lead a household. So this is him advocating for them to have babies with grown men. But what are we doing here, man?
But you're taught in America something different.
Those eggs are buoyant. You could dribble them eggs.
Bro.
They got bounce back.
Okay, that line never hits any time I done heard him say it. I done heard him say it 3 different times, and it gets worse every time he says it. Them eggs on a 16-year-old homie, please. Like, the way he said it with a little bit more enthusiasm, it almost made me feel like, yeah, they be hunting them like that. But once again, their platform is literally centered around the most edgelord, cringe, like, sus comedy that you can possibly find. The only thing is like, it just kills me that Corey constantly goes on about Backdoria. I think he's just really proud that he came up with Backdoria, like the actual name of it, because that's why he mentions it all the time. It's sort of like somebody who, like, they nailed a joke one time and they never stop saying it, or they came up with something cool one time and they keep trying to reinvent that moment. It's like Kenny Smith trying to reinvent the same moment of the NBA dunk contest.
Smith is almost 50. Corey Holcomb is almost 60. And they're sitting on a podcast talking about how 14-year-olds have bounced back. Yo, come on, bro. Like, yo, that's absurd. Now, to make things worse, Corey Holcomb went on another podcast, and he admitted to testing out the young women in Iceland. Now, the same young women that he claims, were 13, 14, and...
Okay, so, Red, I'm not trying to excuse this man. I'm not trying to throw excuses out here. The only thing is, I will say, I've never had or heard of any actual allegations on Corey Holcomb when it comes to this. We all saw him, mush the chick in the face, punch her in the face. I can't say he punched her. I can't. Physically, my brain can't say. I know the action that took place. Either way, it was completely unacceptable. Like, I mean, it's like, bro, like, really? What led to that? The problem that I had in Corey's live stream is he kept going on and on and on about how she was attacking him or she was coming at him in a type of way. But clearly by the video, she wasn't. So that was the thing that was so confusing to me, is she wasn't coming at you at all. You literally engaged with her, pushed her in the face. So that's the one thing I just don't understand what he keeps trying to defend. There's nothing to defend there. Now, there are a whole bunch of substantial claims when it comes to, like, her being a crack addict or crackhead or whatever and being banned from that club. She lied. She actually did lie on Corey Holcomb. And Corey did show receipts on his live stream last night of that happening. So there are a lot of things that are, like, not adding up here. but not everything has to be true. It's sort of like when all the stuff came out on Trump, and then there like the allegations of him sucking, Bill Clinton's dingling came out. I was like, look, at a point, like, look, I believe a lot of crazy things out here, but I don't know if I really believe that he got on his knees and slurped up, Clinton. I really don't know. But maybe he did. Maybe he engaged in some backdooria.
Ready to conceive.
You go to other countries, I'm just saying, in America, most people only know what they know in America, but I've been to other countries, and in Iceland, I think the legal age to get with a girl is 13 years old.
Oh, my God.
Right, it blows people's mind when they hear it. But in Iceland, R. Kelly is not a criminal.
He's trying to get extradited.
He's a normal guy in Iceland. I went to Iceland, and you just can't offer him money and gifts. And I thought that was so unfair that you couldn't give him nothing after you was done with him.
This dude crazy.
I'm not going to Iceland.
So I assume you've been to Iceland and you took advantage of the laws. Is that what you're saying?
I had a great time in Iceland.
Wait, we're not going to go there. We're not going to go there.
The age of consent in Iceland is 13.
Now, see, that joke is the one that made me pause the most. Which audio? Like the actual audio of the video? Yeah, because let me I can definitely turn that up a little bit. All right. Also, what's up, Miss Independent? I forgot what point I was trying to make. Oh no, the whole point about Iceland. The thing about Iceland, that joke did kind of cross the line for me there. Like the way he said it made me feel like I had a great time in Iceland with a bunch of 13-year-olds. And I'm like, oh, please don't clip that. But still, it's just like, that's what it seemed like with Corey there. It just was a little rough there. I'm about to say, I don't want to amp it up too much because it could start piercing. And I do want to be able to clip this later and have it sound worth a damn. So, okay, press a 1 in the chat if it's sounding good on your end. Please. They won't allow the passport bros in Iceland. Sorry, that just, no. Absolutely not. Let me see. Oh, Dexio's here. What's up, man? It's going great. It's going great. We're going through the Corey Holcomb files, which I keep forgetting to play my music in the background. I keep trying to implement new things to the videos. So I'm trying to create the ambiance again. Also, if that music is like blaring through a little bit too loud, let me know. And, I can also lower it as well. But we'll see. Let's go ahead and get back to the video, though. Sweet.
Did you take advantage of the laws in Iceland? Man, I had a great time in Iceland. You just can't give them gifts afterwards. After you're done with them. You can't give them gifts because that will count as trafficking. So he full on admitted that he did what he did in Iceland. Full on admitted to it.
He did not admit to it, though. He did not admit to it. He alluded to some heinous actions that could potentially have taken place. But when you're as cringe as Corey is, you say some weird shit. Like, have you watched Eric Andre's show? I hope you haven't. But if any of y'all have seen some Eric Andre show clips, I think it lasted like 2 seasons. Most of the people, it's a really hard watch. It's a really, really hard watch. It's just way too much penis on screen for no reason. Like, and it's just in unnecessary moments. And that's what I feel like the kind of comedy that Corey does, but it's slightly different. It's really cringe to hear the Iceland comments, though. Like, that one is, once again, the one that,
Now, a lot of people point to, Corey Holcomb is joking. He's making a joke. But at what point do you teeter the line so much that we got to say, I don't know, bro. I don't know, son. Even how Corey Holcomb talk about young women is disturbing. There was a story on the Corey Holcomb podcast he told about, I think, like a 5-year-old. Right?
Oh,
and this story makes me uncomfortable to this day.
This past weekend, I saw this little girl. She had a Welch's grape juice bottle in her mouth. And she was about 5. She had the whole bottle, as far as it'll go, just sucking on it. walking with her mama. Somebody said, get that out her mouth. When they took it out her mouth, that baby said, You know when she stopped crying? When a man picked her up and put her in her lap and started bouncing with it. Then she stopped crying and was looking like this. I say, that's a little growing right there. And everybody will say, Corey, what are you talking about? Corey, you crazy. Get the out of here. This little girl was in her bliss with her mouth wide open. She was just...
She was 5. She was 5. Every kid does some of the most ridiculously sus shit when you're a kid. The thing as an adult, you usually just kind of laugh at it and just don't really care about it because it's just kids being kids. It's a little different than boys being boys. Kids being kids, you don't know what's going on. You don't know what you're doing is sus because you don't know about those actions. Now, if all of a sudden the people and the adults around you in those situations start acting like that is something, then they'll start becoming aware of the other actions that's going on around them. Maybe they'll become very aware of all the serial cheek clapping that's taking place around them. Because usually if things like this are happening, it's happening in some environments that are really disturbing to be around. A lot of drugs, a lot of people doing some inappropriate touching, a lot of kids probably being found with, or kids hooking up with other kids. It's a lot of weird stuff with this. Like, I do not like this statement at all. This is just because, but I will say, once again, he still hasn't been ever accused of anything Geppetto-like. The comments are ridiculous though, because it does push to a point where it makes you feel, okay, so with the show Stranger Things in the last season, for whatever reason, they really wanted to push out, I think her name is Emma Fisher's character or whatever. I can't remember. She was a really young girl who played Holly's, Mike's sister in the last season. Either way, they had her promoted all over the place. And I just felt like she got way too much screen time. And knowing the way that Hollywood works, now it's a little bit different than this situation because he's talking about something from the streets. But Hollywood, is a weird place. And I already felt that they were trying to overly beautify a 14-year-old. And it was really disturbing. But I also was thinking, am I messed up for noticing this? But I'm like, somebody has to notice it or it never gets pointed out. You know what I'm saying? Just like noticing how sus this is, I feel like somebody has to be aware of what's going on. That what Corey is saying is common and natural. It's not though. I'm not trying to say it's natural at all or common. I don't think I said that whatsoever. I'm just saying that he hasn't actually been accused of actually being a Geppetto. Now the comments, I can't really. What am I over here saying? Yeah, go Corey. No, I don't think so.
It had the cap on it and everything. They took it out of her mouth. Then a man picked her up and started shaking. Okay. But in this society, I'm a bad guy.
Seeing a child suck on their bottle and your mind go to fellatio, you are...
Some of these things I've heard.
Preparing their jaw for hustle. Her jaw is being prepared for hustle. And this...
Bionic Scoop, don't worry. This is only the second live. So it's not like I've been doing this a whole lot. So it's not like I've been living on the live stream. So, yeah, it is what it is.
It was a little girl.
Her teeth aren't.
Baby Goobler.
Christ.
I like that.
Ugh.
Darlene. Oh, let's talk about Darlene. First of all, that was extremely sus. But if you're in a room of people making some crude jokes, every now and then, just to be a part of the group, you'll throw something crazy out there. But it's just, dude, exactly. I know. The thing is, it's the 5-year-old part. It's like, bruh, these are toys. And that's what you're thinking about. That's the thing that bothers me is objects that are just so small that you can hold them in your hands. It's like getting excited about puppies. It's just, it's really gross. It is. sort of like there's always a bunch of people. There's a whole bunch of people who like worship Corey, and they pretty much act just like this unfortunate little girl in this scenario is towards him. They would rather be sitting there riding Corey, and they don't pay attention to the comments. They just sit there and ignore all of the sussery. Because I just don't understand how you don't listen to this and start to cringe a little bit. Now, I have seen a lot of Corey Holcomb random fans just start posting them. Look, I'm telling you, my YouTube algorithm is just littered with random shit. I started getting videos from a guy who had no views after an hour talking about, I can't do this anymore with Corey Holcomb. And you know what? He made good points.
A grown woman is next to Corey Holcomb participating in this. She says, oh, her teeth not preparing her for fellation. What? A baby teething makes you think about If you think this is the worst of it, nah, bruh. It gets worse.
Me for real, one day I was living with this lady, and her daughters crawled in the bed, and I ain't have on shit.
Yeah.
I was up under the cover.
Wow.
And I was like, oh, and one of her
Tell
daughters
Mike,
was like,
rest in peace.
Her daughter was, she was in high school. I think she was 15.
Shout out to Miss Independent for the $2 super chat. We need to dig a tunnel to get Darlene out. Woo. Well, Darlene, she crawled right back through that tunnel, right back to that podcast, because she was there last night. I mean, she made it to the show. She made it back into work. So all the people were thinking that she really got kicked off. It looked like he was kicking her off. It was all for show. These people are way too tight. They've probably been through way too many things. She probably covered up enough nonsense for Corey that he can't let her go. Darlene can't leave. And this is like, where is she going to go work? Who's going to hire Darlene? Nobody can get jobs out here. You think that somebody's going to just hire Darlene for what? She barely really does anything for this show, it seems like, already. So, I mean, I not to diminish her value, but I mean, Corey only allows his puppets to do so much on the podcast. I mean, he's got them chained to the fence. He's got them like old school dogs, just chained to the tree.
Still not legal. You just can't tell your true thoughts.
What true thoughts can you not say about your 15-year-old step?
Yeah, the whole thing with the 15-year-old's daughter, stepdaughter, dude, bruh. Somebody's got to say, first of all, what about the woman that's also in bed? Why didn't she say something too? It's not all on her. Obviously, Corey has got to be like, hey, yo, she can't jump in here. First of all, I don't know how he didn't just, I don't know. Like me personally, the panic that would have came over me, I probably would have accidentally yanked all the covers and fell out of the bed. Probably would have left the other chick next to me completely naked. But you know what? At least that's her mother and it ain't my dingaling out. So at least I'm not exposing myself like apparently he probably wanted her to see his meat. The whole conversation around kids, I just don't know why so many people keep trying to normalize this shit. I mean, every day we keep looking up here on the internet, and every time I look up, there's another person saying, well, I mean, in another country, they said 14 is fine. So I'm thinking, well, why not? I'm thinking maybe you should have a brain. Maybe you should have morals, thoughts, a conscience, something that makes you have your own, cerebral content. I can't even think of it. But either way, you need to have your own thoughts. You need to figure that shit out. Because the whole concept around sleeping with preteens, I don't see how anyone just hasn't figured out that it's icky. This has just gone beyond the whole R. Kelly, please don't let him go to jail thing. They were like, it's only a few 15-year-olds. This is different. It's now becoming an epidemic. Do y'all not remember a couple of years ago when there was a huge movement of Geppettos trying to normalize this? Get this turned into an entire whole new class of people? They wanted this to be turned into their own sexual orientation to make this normal, so they could be walking around like the little photo of a grandfather and a granddaughter, but that's an actual relationship. They want to show up and be like, yeah, dinner for two. Yeah, I want 2 movie tickets. Give me 2 milkshakes for my boo.
Two thoughts are in your head about your 15-year-old stepdaughter that you can't say. And also, if you were naked under the covers, why did you allow her to crawl up under the covers? Well, wouldn't hey, yo, wait, we about to put on clothes, chill. Wouldn't that have sufficed? But Corey Holcomb, when he tells the story, it becomes perfectly clear that he thought there was a possibility, or he thought like she wanted him or something. Like she kept on sending him signs.
Her daughter was gonna be thick like her mama. I know that much.
Yeah. I'm not laughing at anything they're saying in this video. I'm sorry. I always get shocked when somebody throws out a random South Park reference. So the Nambla reference is really funny. The National Association of Marlon Brando lookalikes. I mean, that is wild.
I knew her daughter was a bust down. She got pregnant like a year after I moved out. She was 16. I knew she was gonna get pregnant, goddamn it, because she used to do. She used to do to let me know. Damn, this is trying to get me in trouble.
Oh.
Her name was Tiffany. Right. All of you are kids.
Yeah, she has a documentary.
Kid pussy. That's the best. I'm saying.
See, you heard. Run that back and hair from his mouth again.
Right. All of you are kids.
Yeah, she has a documentary.
Kid pussy. That's the best. I'm saying.
There are some sick dudes out there who are.
I'm sorry. I get caught up looking at the chat and listening to the video. I gotta like y'all. Look, guys, my brain is too ADHD to like do both. I'm over here laughing at like some extremely cringe shit over here while I'm over here trying to read stuff in the chat. Like, so I apologize. So my bad. I don't want this to come off as wrong because it's like, then what the hell is he laughing at? Ain't nothing funny about what he's talking about. This man was talking about smashing a 10-year-old. I'm like, yeah, my bad. That I hope nobody is tuning into this live is confused. All right. Shout out to Miss Independent for the $2 super chat. Thank you very much. She ain't strong enough to get herself out. I mean, I don't think Corey's going to send the goons after her. I don't think anything's going to happen. Like I said in my video the other day, I mean, he probably send some people after you to watch you. It might get a little weird around the house. You know what I'm saying? He might watch you pee. Like I said, if you want to walk around the house naked, there's going to be agents walking around, maybe some goons, maybe some people in some pooch-isties, but they might not bother you. They just will make everything extremely awkward.
Probably excuse this as jokes. Ain't nothing funny about saying a kid woohoo is the best woohoo out here. A kid woohoo is better than an adult woohoo. Because one, how would you know? If you're not somebody who engages, how would you know if you don't engage with children?
Now, once again, not to defend Corey, but only talking about it because there's way too many comedians out here who, for whatever reason, think saying ridiculously cringe shit is funny. It's just, for whatever reason, people think that's true. It's really disturbing, the ideology around why they say that. Because the concept around it is just, no. I don't even want to say that on my live stream. Oh, yeah, don't worry. I know about the lead attorney. We're going to get to that next.
But it's all jokes, right?
You better watch your kids. I'm want some type real bad.
Jesus Christ.
Can you get charged if you spoon a child? Like,
I mean,
get behind him, make him take all his clothes off, and you hug him like that. Is that a
pretty sure.
charge?
Yes, Graham.
What is
pretty
that?
Sure.
Not no penetration, just
Doesn't have
spoon
to be penetration. It's so you can't
That's
be.
love.
You can. Okay, hold
What
on.
if it's a stepchild?
Okay, I don't know where we're going with this, but
I'm just asking. They got these charges. I'm trying to see what the charges gonna be.
the wedding ring.
Somebody called me Corey Kelly because I said spoon.
Oh, good one.
I would never
Or Corey Epstein.
spoon a child. I'm asking what happens if you do it. It's called research.
Who mind goes there? Who mind goes to? Yo,
Look, I'm not really defending the subject matter. You're allowed to talk about whatever you're allowed to talk about. That's the part of it being a free country. But you do have red flags that do go up when people start talking about this. You should start to monitor some of their movements. But people are allowed to say whatever they want to say, no matter how cringe, racist, terrible, horrible, bigoted it is. Like, Myron's allowed to spew the horrible things he's allowed to spew. But you just, you know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't mean you should like it. You can. I don't think, I mean, I don't. But I'm not going to sit here and say he doesn't have the right to say it. I just think you should probably watch him. You know what I'm saying? You should surveillance this man, every one of his movements. Okay, that's a little bit different. Okay, saying bomb in a crowd of people, that's really effed up. Like, no, you shouldn't be allowed to say that. Okay, I know that comes to a whole different context, like a whole different conversation towards morality. And I sat there through a ridiculously long live stream with Papa Gut and Andrew Wilson talking about morality, and I just got completely it just started. I couldn't listen to it anymore. It was just really confusing me. They got to the point where they were talking about having conversations about having conversations. And I was like, they literally repeated that back and forth towards each other for like 2.5 straight minutes. It was really tough, but I've been putting myself through a lot here.
Bruh, how much time would I get if I just spoon instead of like the full thing? Like if I just spoon, do I get a couple years off my sentence? Why are you thinking about this, bro?
Please keep this piece of tape for future references. I'm telling you now, when they go after me, they get dirt like a I'm here to tell you, if they go through my computer, they gonna be like Corey, like what else can I put out there?
Snacks.
I mean, I'm a big in the child. I'm gonna check my browser, goddamn. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. That woman is like at a point in her life where she is it's just nobody likes to say shit like that in America because you can get in trouble for that. Now, I don't want no woman that's 16, 17, 18 because of the laws and because of the mental state she's in.
Okay, so there is where he says basically he would do it probably if it was legal. If it was legal here, he would engage in all those actions. And that's to me where he exposes himself the most. The only thing is, nobody's ever accused him of this stuff. It's popping up now that he's done crashed out on Anton Daniels. And I think once people start crashing out, they'll look for anything to say you are that's bad. You can have a lot of things being bad towards your way and not also be a Geppetto on top of it. I just think that he talks about this stuff way too much. So like being like the whole Backdooria comments. I talk about him talking about it a lot. Doesn't mean he actually takes it in the booty hole, but he might. I mean, I don't know. He might. Wow, do we have 91 people in here? Wow, thank you to all the people who have showed up. I really appreciate y'all.
That'd be a great movie.
Yeah.
What was happening on Epstein Island?
The children.
Okay, so that does propose an actually a really good thing right there, saying that if you thinketh, he is. So I think a lot of people actually agree with that. I ultimately agree with it, but it doesn't mean he's committed the actual crime. It just means he's unbelievably creepy. I just can't say you are something until I know you've done it, but it doesn't mean you're not a weirdo. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he can be both. He can be a creep, a weirdo, and not be a convicted Geppetto. Like, is that not making sense? Just don't just be.
That would be a horrible movie. You telling me?
Oh my God, they weren't children. They were.
What the
There you go. Now you don't.
What do you mean? I said no, and I said
You wouldn't watch it if it was a movie. It ain't real.
I ain't watching.
I think I finally figured out what he was saying. I ain't watching nothing with no children. That's some nasty MRF and stuff. Something like that. But like him, he doesn't agree with this. He doesn't like these talking points. Probably wants to get the hell out of the room. I mean, I would, because at a point it's like, dude, why are we still talking about this? Like, you made this point. Like, why are you adding it on? It's the cringe edgelord humor that just makes people uncomfortable, dude. It's not funny. It's only funny to the person who's delivering these jokes. If you ever watched the 5150 show, Corey says a lot of stuff and there's a whole bunch of just silence afterwards. It's a whole lot of echoes after he says a lot of his nasty or weird jokes. Not everybody just hee-hawing and laughing it up over there at the 5150 show unless they're in the chat. And so, I don't know. It feels like if you were to be there live, that it would feel weird. You know what I'm saying? Like somebody's bombing on stage. That's what it feels like if you were to watch his podcast. But look, I've seen enough of this video. We don't need to dive into this anymore. Like, honestly, I just, no. Like, we can go on to the lead attorney's video, though, because. Sorry, man. If you even start talking about it in the manner that Corey Holcomb was, I'm going to automatically think you're possible a PDF, even if there's no proof. Look, I think you can think that. That is fine. And that you're probably justified in thinking that as well. Hell, I personally would not want my kids to go around these people. But I can't sit here and say he is one. But I would want to be around one because he said a lot of stuff that makes me think he could be one. So that's kind of where I'm at. But yeah, how many of y'all have seen the lead attorney's video? Because I know you don't really have much of a name over here, but he definitely pops in. RG over here, he saw it too, I know. I kind of the same thing, Dex. I don't know if he's doing, I mean, you can't prove it. We don't know. Nobody's accused him. Nobody's like charged him. He's never been indicted. Nobody's even brought this up until like a week ago. Once again, I get really, look, we like to doggy pile on people, but out here on the internet when it comes to this type of content, but it doesn't mean that it's always all true. It doesn't mean it's all true. Most of the things can be true without every single detail being true. So I don't know, man. Yeah, that's all I'm trying to say. I just think you can't say he is definitively one, but let's just say I don't want to have picnics or have cookouts at Corey's house. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to do that, especially if there's going to be a whole bunch of nieces and nephews running around. Because obviously, once again, as you see, like he can bring people onto the show that don't agree with him, but more than likely you're going to hang around people who have some like-minded thoughts and views. So you're probably going to be engaging in this topic way too often. There's going to be way too many kids that are clearly in high school that some of these adults are going to be looking at me thinking, oh damn, man, she looking kind of good, and somebody should slap the taste out of that, man. I remember I was in high school and I've heard some such stuff when I was like that when I was in high school, and I used to be thinking, man, bruh, but there wasn't much you could really do about it. It's just like you hope nothing happens. It's just it's just way too many weirdos out here, man. Like I have discovered in the last like year that there's a lot of people for whatever reason that just like kids. Most of them are dudes who just cannot get adult women. They just can't. It's most of the dudes who done crashed out so many times. It doesn't really matter. They cannot get women. They try their best, but they fail often. Hell, I fail a lot, but not to the point where I want to do this. Shout out to Bebe. Oh, thank you for the $5 super chat. Darlene doesn't have a voice. I could not be a man that constantly insults and treats women like objects instead of people. Coming from a woman, coming from a man here, I agree with you. Honestly, I don't see what you get out of this. Like, when dudes are talking tough to women, I really want to know what part of you feels tough. What part of you feels masculine? Do you feel like your pecs are growing? Do you feel like you all of a sudden your balls are getting bigger? Like, what's happening? Like, I mean, is your ego swelling up? I'm really shocked. And then Corey Holcomb should shut the F up and let Anton be the topic. Facts. Thank you for that $2 super chat. That is very true. All he had to do was Corey, all he had to do was just not talk about this. And I did say shout out to him for engaging in it, because when people are usually accused of ridiculous allegations, and you would think, man, hey, man, if you aren't guilty, why don't you say something? If you did not delete that person, why don't you say so? Why is it all of a sudden, hey, I got to get my attorney to speak for me? It says you stabbed him 88 times. Did you not, do that? Why is there hesitation? If that's the case, I definitely think you're probably guilty. Shout out to Cold Cut Caesar for the $2 super chat. Dragon Ball Super Moral Arc review win. That might have to be for another channel. Thank you for the $2 super chat and the support. And let me see here. But yeah, no. The thing is, he really effed up here with Anton. He really should have got the topic and really let it be Anton Daniels. But he couldn't do it. He already had lost to Anton, which is the saddest part. Anton! Ton Dog! He lost the Ton Dog. Like, bruh, you can't lose to Ton Dog, man. Like, that's not. You can't. That's a major L, dude. I'm sorry. But let's get out of here. Let's go to the video with the lead attorney. And let's begin anew.
You know what I'm saying? If I said it, it's the truth. I got to make an example out of this.
All right, guys. So Corey Holcomb is about to make an example out of me.
I said something against this guy that came up to our show. His name, I'm going to take the chance and say his name. His name was the lead attorney.
He took a long time before he said that. There was a large pause before he said the lead attorney. He knew somewhere deep down, I should probably not do this. I probably should shut the F up and just let him be. But I'm Corey Holcomb, and I say everything that's going to cause crash out to my career. So that's pretty much what he decided, and that's the part that's really freaking sad. Like, bruh, I really can't believe he's undid this.
I said something about him because I saw him say, oh, Corey said it's okay for me to talk to his lawyer. Now, ever since I said what I said about the lead attorney, I haven't seen him say anything back. And it is my opinion. The reason he didn't say anything back because I didn't lie on him. I did not give him permission to talk to my attorney about nothing. And he said I did. And I believe he saw that and knows that to be true, which is why he isn't going all out his way to act like Corey Holcomb is not the man that he say he is. He saw that and knows that to be true, which is why he isn't.
His brain malfunctioned here. So like what Sam was talking about right here, he took that. The lead attorney. I said it. I said his name. The lead attorney. It was the lead attorney. He said he finally grew it and said it. But then he took a second there when he was realizing, like, should I still be talking about this? It's like his brain was like, stop. And he kept going.
Going all out his way to act like Corey Holcomb is not the man that he say he is.
All right, so Corey Holcomb is saying that he didn't give me permission to talk to his attorney. I said, guys, on my last stream that I was supposed to have an interview with his attorney. His attorney cleared it, and then his attorney backed out. Now Corey is saying, no, that's all a lie. He's saying that he never gave me permission to talk to that man, and Corey has been extremely disrespectful towards me. And because I have not responded to the disrespect, Corey takes that as an admission that he's right and I'm wrong.
I did not give him permission to talk to my attorney about nothing, and he said I did. And I believe.
And that's going to turn out to be an absolute fallacy. Oh my God. Shout out to the 128 people I think that are in the chat, if these numbers are correct. Thank you so much. I wish I had a soundboard. That's going to be coming next. I just got music in the background for now. Also, yeah, I saw a reference towards the sunken place. Please, if you have time, go watch that video on Pearl. I put a lot of time on it, which it's a long video, but you should watch it. It's a doozy.
I believe he saw that and knows that to be true, which is why he isn't going all out his way to act like Corey Holcomb is not the man that he say he is. That's what I believe. I believe he has some type of moral strand inside of him that knows I wasn't lying on him. I didn't give nobody permission to do nothing.
All right, Corey, there are two competing ways to look at this situation. The first way to look at it is that you are just a liar. You are lying. You lied about me in the past.
I'm going to go ahead and save y'all a bunch of time. He lied. He lied. He lied. 1,000%. Or he just didn't know. He did not know. Like, how far I got to go into this before he finally, okay, there we go. I got to get to these receipts because he just kind of,
who just talk to talk. I take this.
The lead attorney does, he did a whole lot of what I like to do in my videos. It's a lot of build up and then all of a sudden you drop the receipts and then there you go.
Very seriously. I take my reputation very seriously. And if you're up on your show calling me a liar, well, we're going to get to the bottom of it. Let me show you something right quick, Corey. Do you know who this gentleman is right here, Corey? This is your attorney. After your live stream where you and him talked about the Christina Payne situation, I hit him up. I said, hey, can you come on my channel? Can I interview you? Because I'll be honest with you, Corey, between me and you, I think you're getting a raw deal out of this Christina Payne situation. Should you have mushed her? know. Should she have touched you or whatever she did to you, hit you? No. Everybody should keep their hands to themselves. But people trying to paint you out to be a woman beater for the Christina Payne situation alone, to me, is a stretch. So I hit up your attorney. Your attorney gets back to me. What does he say? Let's look down here. He says, "Good day, counselor, and great hearing from you. Let me check with Corey and I will follow up with you." See, this is exactly what I was talking about. Good attorneys have to check with the clients. Your attorney can't just agree to be on my show without talking to you to appear on my show. He has to clear it with you. Also, let me say that your attorney can't clear this interview with Craig. He can't clear it with Darlene. Both of them are integral parts to your show. They're very important people, but your attorney represents you and you alone. So the only person that can give him permission to talk to me is...
Okay, I know I should have stopped it. I shouldn't have stopped it right then. But personally, I don't know how much I like this conversation taking place on Instagram if he's my attorney. Like, I get that's probably the easiest way to reach out to him, but bro, reach out by email first. I want this to be professional. And the lethal attorney, that is an absolutely epic name drop in there in the chat. He needs to pay you for that patent. I mean, you need to go ahead and trademark that. That is a good one. Cause damn, I really likes that.
You. So he says right here, he says, "Let me check with Corey and I will follow up with you." But Corey, what do you think he responds? What do you think he says to me?
Dude, RG, yes, that's the thing that's killed me. Corey has come at so many people who were trying to support him. But he saw his face in a thumbnail with all the AI faces and all the dumbass edits, and he couldn't take it. He couldn't take it. He's one of those people who saw only the thumbnails and did not click on the video. Somebody probably watched a couple seconds of the video, blew it completely out of proportion, lied about what really was said in the video, didn't really watch all of it. Then they told Corey about what happened, and then Corey decided he was going to come out and speak on the matter. That's what it really feels like what happened. Like O'Shea in all his videos look, if you look at just the thumbnails alone, like if people ain't figured out that Okie Dokie Jackson, Okie Dokie, is not the clickbait artist, like he is mastered the art of clickbait. But if you ain't figured that out, I don't know what else I can do to help you. Like, if Corey has kept up with it, which he should have at this point in time, considering how many free endorsements that O'Shea has given to Corey's 5150 show, I don't know why he wouldn't know this about O'Shea. You gotta click on the video sometimes to get the context. Now, I know once again that O'Shea is an undercover raccoon, but still, you have to click on the video sometimes to find out, because unfortunately I had to start clickbaiting a little bit. I kind of gotten better at it. It makes me feel a little guilty. It does make me feel like I'm eating like shit food and stuff like that, but it does help sometimes. But also I do talk about the points in the video.
Let's scroll down and take a look. He says he's gonna check with you, and then a day later, he says, "I am cleared to speak with you." That means he checked with you, checked with Corey, and now he's cleared to speak with me. So now, Corey, who is the liar? It's either you or it's either your attorney. This is why I didn't say anything, because I didn't want to embarrass you. I didn't want to have to go and show DMs. Your attorney right here in black and white is saying that you gave me permission to talk to him. He can be on my show, I can interview him, and you were the only person that can give him that permission. This is what it says in black and white, but what are you going on your show and saying?
I did not give him permission to talk to my attorney about nothing, and he said I did. And I believe he saw that and knows that to be true, which is why he isn't going all out his way to act like Corey Holcomb is not the man that he say he is. That's what I believe. I believe he has some type of moral strand inside of him that knows I wasn't lying on him. I didn't give nobody permission to do nothing.
You didn't give nobody permission to do nothing? Is that what you just said? Here, the attorney that you chose, the attorney that you brought on your show, the attorney that you were praising, the attorney that you were glazing is saying something completely different. Your attorney is saying that he checked with you, Corey, and that he's clear to speak with me. And let me tell you, Corey, it doesn't stop there. Once he said that you had given him permission to speak with me, then we started organizing a date and time. If we scroll down here, here, you can see that he says, your attorney, that the earliest time that we can record or prepare to record would be Friday. That Friday, anytime after 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, and anytime this weekend with evenings preferred. Oh yeah, we were getting a date and time, Corey, for an interview that supposedly you never gave permission for. An interview that you were saying that I
fired. Terminated immediately. XA, where's security? Walk this man out the door. If I find out that any of that is true, he cannot be my attorney anymore. I damn near want to sue him, on top of slapping the piss out of him.
I was lying about, and an interview that caused you to be very disrespectful towards me. And guess what, Corey? It goes even further. Here, he gives me his law firm email address, and he gives me his cell phone number. Now, I, of course, have redacted it all out, but he gives me every way to communicate him to coordinate this interview. After he gives me his law firm address, Corey, I hit him up, I email him. What do I say? Let's check it out. This is the email that I sent to your attorney, Corey, and you will see that the heading for the email in the subject line is interview. I say, Derek, hope you're doing well. Just wanted to follow up. Thank you for being willing to being interviewed. As mentioned in my Instagram message, let me know what time on Friday, either the evening or the night, whatever works best for you. Also, if you can pass me along any publicly available filings, that will be great. For your convenience, I'm sending this from my email, so you'll have my contact information as well. Thanks again, Derek. I appreciate you taking the time, and I look forward to speaking with you tomorrow. See, Corey, you were taking my kindness for weakness. You were taking the fact that I was silent about this as an admission that I was wrong. The reality is you were wrong. I didn't.
Hey, the bottom line is the lead attorney said I'm the lethal attorney and I ain't no bitch and I'm coming at your ass. Pause. Though the lead attorney has been referred to as the sweet attorney by some, so he might come at his ass for reals. And Corey, who doesn't like Backdooria, really might fear that. So he might really feel like he is the lethal attorney. Oh my God, he's coming for him. The demons are coming for Corey. Oh my God, and it's in the form of the lethal attorney. A person who, look, I know people like this in real life, and it's really funny to watch them get mad because they're never upset. They always stay at the same professional level that he does all the time, and to see them get animated almost makes you laugh right in their face, which probably pisses them off 10 times more, to the point where they actually might want to completely crash out. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's, yes, world class, I do go live now, but I do it all. We do it live, but still, yeah, I just too much, man. I'm sorry, but the people like the lead attorney, they are really funny when they get mad. I've seen people like this play basketball as well, and I saw those references to NBA Jam and old hardware. Like, y'all get just as sidetracked as I do watching these videos. I see all over here in the chat talking about Shaq Fu and stuff like that on Sega Genesis because, hold on, when your weed dealer thinks he can talk to you about gaming, but he is still has a Nintendo Classic with NBA Jam in his only console. Yes, I've had that experience before with people in the past. It's like, bro, you should not be talking to me about this. You haven't been up to date for at least 15 years. Bro, I'm telling you, man. I know how that shit is. Yeah. I know how the game is. I'm telling you, man. They done changed the shit up. It's like you ain't played. It's like you're talking about you didn't get the new games because they had changed everything. Bro, you haven't updated in 6 generations. But my point about the lead attorney, though, watching these people play basketball, though, like, this is a physical basketball player. People like the lead attorney, you wouldn't think it, but they get on the court and they're randomly swole as hell and they're very physical. Can't shoot worth shit, but he will defend the hell out of you. I mean, he will be on you like paint. I mean, he will just stick to you. He'll piss you off. He'll make you want to fight him on the court, no matter how professional he is.
Didn't want to have to expose that the attorney that you selected is going behind your back and making all of these interviews without your informed consent. You were very disrespectful towards me, but I brushed it off because I didn't want to take it there. But now you're mentioning it yet again. So I'm showing you the proof. I'm showing you the evidence to let you know that I was not lying. You can come out here and crack jokes and be disrespectful if you want to, but you need to be careful about people's reputations. Apparently, you're on your shows talking about the that you're losing gigs, you're losing money because your reputation has been harmed. So it seems kind of ironic to me that you're going around trying to tarnish other people's reputations at the same time. But that's okay. Let's keep going. So in this email again, I thank him for agreeing to the interview that apparently you knew nothing about. And I say, send me some documents if you can, anything that's publicly available. I'm not asking for anything that's attorney-client privileged. And I'm telling him, just tell me the time that works best for him, late evening or night, whatever he wants to do. Corey, I was in your corner on this. That's the messed up thing about it. I wanted your attorney on because I feel like you're getting a raw deal out of this Christina Payne situation. I was on your side, and now you're on your show in front of 15,000 people saying that I'm lying. So we're getting to the bottom of it right now. So after I send him this email saying, hey, just tell me a date and time, he responds. What is he?
I appreciate that, Watts. I really appreciate you stopping through. Yeah, because today I'm really only talking about these two videos. It was really last second to like go live. I was just like, I guess I can go through these two videos. I mean, but dude, the lead attorney is starting to cook him just like Joe Budden did. Not quite as vicious as what Joe Budden did. I saw somebody allude to that in the chat. And why was it that Joe Budden sounded like the better comedian than Corey Holcomb? Joe Budden is not a comedian, but boy, he was cooking Corey Holcomb. Oh man, it was a slow churn too. It was like watching him just slowly get grated on a cheese grater. Like just pieces of Corey were flaking all over the place like his dry and damp skin that he kept talking about. That shit was really funny. I can't believe that Joe Budden had that in his bag. No, Corey thought he was going to get Joe Budden on some stuff, and then Joe Budden basically hit him with the B-rabbit, like, yeah, I already know I slapped chicks in the past. What else of it? And it's like, well, that's pretty bad, but he's like, Corey, you got a lot of other problems that you got going on. I've amended for mine, I guess.
Say, here is his email in response to me. Now again, you see the same subject line, interview. We also see the same date. This is Thursday. The interview is supposed to be the next day. Your attorney said he could be interviewed about this on Friday. I blacked out his email address, but you see my email address, you see his name right here and his little logo. Again, this is the attorney that you hired. Now, he sends me this and he says he's gonna be in touch. But again, the interview is set for the very next day. Friday rolls around and I still don't hear from him, so I send him this. This is the email that I sent him, and again, you see his name right here, the same subject line, interview, and it's Friday. It's the day of the interview. I say, Derek, hope you're doing well. Just checking up on when would be a good time for the interview this evening. I need to announce it on my channel soon. Thank you so much. You have a YouTube channel, you know about this. We need to create the thumbnails. We need to schedule the interview. We need to put it on our community post. The interview is supposed to be in the evening, and you can see right here that it's already 3:42. So I just want to check, hey, at what time is this interview gonna occur? The same interview that he said you gave permission for, the same interview that he said you cleared, the same interview that he said he had permission from you to talk to me. I just want to know what time is that interview. Well, he sends me a follow-up message. What does he say? This is his response. And again, you see it's Friday. I sent my email to him around 3 something. He responds at 5 o'clock. Now you see, this is your boy. This is Derek. This is the attorney that you had on your show. You had him up there and you were praising him. What does he say? He says, counsel, we have to pass on the interview because there is a gag order on speaking on the matter with the court. So we have to be a little bit careful. If anything changes, I will contact you. Many thanks. Now I'll be honest, Corey, this is a pretty bootleg response. He says he has to pass on the interview. Does he say he has to pass because he's decided he doesn't want to do it? Did he say he has to pass because you've changed your mind about it? You have uncleared the interview? No. He doesn't say that you retracted your permission for the interview. He just says, well, there's a gag order on it, so I can't talk about it. Well, what's the problem with this reasoning, Corey? Do you see it? Corey, here is the problem with his excuse that he can't be on my show about the case. The problem is that he was on your show about the case. The gag order was in place then. He can't say that he didn't know about the
I don't know what Corey's paying for his attorney. This is effed up with me, but I don't trust that brother. I don't trust him. I don't believe he's read one book that's on his shelf. I don't think he's tied his own tie. I don't think this dude knows shit about law. Because he DM'd the lead attorney. Corey should fire whoever this guy is, Mr. Dayon, and go ahead and just sign over and get the lead attorney. Fix this. I know gag order is crazy though.
Gag order, because again, he's supposed to know about your case, but not only that, you mentioned the gag order while he was up there. He heard it straight from your mouth. So even though that gag order had been in place for over a year, he's on your show about it. But now he's saying he can't come on my show about it. And again, Corey, what I'm trying to tell you is that I'm on your side about this whole Christina Payne thing. I do think that this whole thing is being mischaracterized. I think you're getting a raw deal. I reviewed her request for
I don't know. Like, looking at Corey's face as he's looking at this attorney is just killing me. He looks so drained, defeated, like he's been up for days. What's going on with Corey here? It's like he's listening to this man and he's boring him to death. If your attorney is boring you this much to death, and I don't think he was on his show that long, fire him. He needs to go. He doesn't need to be a tap dancing entertainer. But he should be able to do not Corey Harn. Oh, not Corey hiring the weed attorney. That is diabolical. Oh man, he still wears clip. Y'all are messed up when y'all start cooking though. I see y'all in the comments. Y'all are foul.
Restraining order. I thought it was some BS. I reviewed yours too. I reviewed the court documents on my stream. I just wanted to have your attorney on, to have this brother on to talk about the case really from your perspective. And again, he's saying apparently that there's a gag order in place and he can't talk about the case at all and he can't come on any shows, and look where he's at right now. So Corey, listen, pimp, let me just get something straight. I don't mind if the brother says, hey, I'm gonna come on your show and then cancels. That's fine. It's not like he took any money from me. It's not like he robbed me or anything. If he has a change of heart, that's cool. Now, the reason for the change of heart is a little bit sketchy, I'll be honest, because he's saying that number one, he cleared it with you, that he got informed consent from you to do the interview. And number two, since he's your attorney, he's supposed to know all about the case. Number three, he was on your show talking about the case. And then all of a sudden, oh my goodness, I forgot that there's a gag order. That seems sketchy to me, I'll be honest, but fine. He doesn't want to come on, that's fine. I did the stream myself. What bothers me though is that you'll get on your...
There ain't much more to review here. Basically, the lead attorney basically goes on to say, like, Corey, you need to fire your busted sorry ass dusty attorney over there and hire somebody who is competent. Somebody who can actually win you a case. The guy that's pretty much representing him is pretty much just a common guy. He ain't nobody. I forgot. What's the one that you represented by the court by? The one they just give you? The pro bono or whatever? I mean, he just got one of those pro bono lawyers. Yeah, man, here you go. I mean, this dude apparently don't know much about confidentiality. Oh, yeah. But I'm done with this video. We saw what happened here. Basically, Corey should not have said what he had to say about calling out the lead attorney, about saying that he lied on his name, about wanting to have a conversation with his lawyer, which apparently his lawyer got exposed for wanting to have a conversation with the lead attorney, which represents Corey Holcomb, which apparently never happened. Wow. Wild stuff. Really sad. Now listen, I see you guys in the comments over there, and y'all be saying some wild stuff. Y'all got way off topic. I know who it was that dropped that comment about me doing a whole different breakdown on the whole moral arc. I have to, first of all, I have to like read it through and through. I just want it to happen. I'm just glad that Dragon Ball Super is back. But what else we got over here? Nothing. I don't have much else today. But is Nova Zeta ENT is still in, or is he still in the chat? Because I know he had questions about how to add the little clips that I put in my videos. Also, guys, if y'all ever see Dexio, like who's in the chat now, if y'all like video, just videos talking about like nostalgic shit, watch his. If you're a nerd like some of us who likes anime or old school cartoons and stuff like that, feel free to check out his channel. Has some really good breakdowns. Also, if you like cookings of people like Pearl, and of people like Corey Holcomb, and of people like Stevie Knight, he has quite a few videos on there where he roasts them. So feel free to check out those videos as well. I will shout out whoever I can. Also, the Samantha edit, I swear you post some of the funniest shit. They have footage, so he will be losing in court. Look, Corey's in trouble. Corey is in trouble. This man really needs to end some of these beefs. He's got too many different things going on. He needs to stop fighting all these different battles. You remember when Sasuke decided that he was just going to start taking on everybody when he joined the Akatsuki and Shippuden, and basically got his ass whooped for like an entire arc? I mean, he kept lining up fighting different ninja, and he barely kept living. It's like, dude, you need to stop like creating more beefs. Then you took on all the Kage. And then it's like, dude, you were not going to survive that. He's lucky he got pulled up out of there by Toby. Obito. But still, that's what this situation is with Corey. Dude, you got too many beefs. Too many beefs. But yeah, I'm pretty much done here. You guys, shout out to everybody who came in the chat. Apparently got up to like 139 live viewers. Wow, I really appreciate that. I'm still not really like used to this at all. So I know it probably was still a little janky at moments, so I apologize about that. My microphone still, I feel like, might be piercing just a tad, but maybe not. I'll review it in a little bit. Look, baby, I appreciate you. Whoever Yunti is, I'm sure she can help. I mean, but I honestly, super chats come down to people just wanting to donate their money. So, you know, I appreciate it, but I'm not going to sit here and beg anybody to do that. So I just, you know, if you want to donate your money, feel free to donate. I appreciate it. If you enjoy the stream, enjoy the stream. I don't want to like spam like, hey man, give me two, give me two, give me two, give me two. You know, like, I mean, I just, that's not my style. If you want to give me money, I appreciate it. Views, AdSense, thanks. That really means a lot. Views, AdSense, all that matters. If you just like and hype the videos and whatnot, that's all I really appreciate. If you feel like donating, feel free. And yeah, y'all really helped me get this set up. Like, my computer seems to be really good. I really like the one I got. I got a pretty good deal. I got my whole desk set up, monitors and everything. Like, dude, you talking about raiding Facebook Marketplace. I know it's not begging, but that's just kind of how I feel. I just, you know, it's just up to people if they want to donate. So I don't know what that includes. But like all this stuff, I got this made today. I got my background put in. I was like, I need to add something in here. It's still kind of like basic, but still, we'll figure something out. I appreciate that, Mimi. Strategy is important. Very important. And yeah, hey, shout out to Gummy Bear Soup is delicious. First of all, F that. That sounds effing atrocious. And I don't know why. I just now read out your screen name in its entirety. And that is a really funny one too, but ugh, gross. Blue Eagle, what's up? You made it to the end. Thank you for showing. But is Nova Zeta in the chat? Because I wanted to tell him how I make the clips. The clips, in case he goes back and reviews this live stream, it's at the end. But to make the clips that I put in my videos, like the whole like Sega meme, I had to clip it. So I had to find the soundbite of that. And then I also had to find the picture of it like that. Chop it up, save it as just a little mini video file. And that's what I did. It does take a lot of chopping and screwing, but that's pretty much all it is. It's a lot of screen recording. I'm going to start doing more on this computer, though. That way I have better sound. Well, I appreciate that, baby. Thanks, you guys, though. Blue Eagle. Red, all y'all. No, Blue Eagle, don't be sad. Don't worry. There's music from like the beginning. Mom, my mom made it? Oh my God. Did you make it at the end too? Because what a sad way to make it. You made it. Thanks for making it with a minute left on the clock. Well, much love. Peace be the journey, you guys. Y'all have a wonderful rest of the day. I will see y'all soon. I got more videos out for release very shortly. Actually, before I end this, like, hold on. I got a long list of videos coming out. Actually, I can't just show y'all that. No, that's crazy. That's a tease. No, that's if I add members. If I turn that into a thing one day. But yeah, I got like 8 more videos lined up. We'll see, but I got more to make. I got a lot more to make. I got another one on Corey going through what he went through in his live stream, calling out the crackhead, but I don't even know how much I want to make that video. But see you guys